Where would you find a flying pig guarding an enchanted castle, surrounded by an ancient forest that's only been here for 2 days? Welcome to the world of Harry Potter. We've come behind the scenes during filming of Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, the 6th film in the series. And the most exciting thing this year is, I'm going to be in it!
In this special programme, we'll be talking to cast and crew about the stories behind the story, meeting some new faces,
Merlin's beard!
being put through our paces in some Quidditch training, and in a World TV first, we'll be going where no other show can, onto the set and into the film, as I take on the role of a Harry Potter film extra. But first, let's catch up on what happens in this eagerly awaited chapter of the Harry Potter story. Voldemort is tightening his grip on both the Muggle and Wizarding worlds, and Hogwarts is no longer the safe haven it once was. Harry suspects that dangers may even lie within the castle.
Once again, I must ask too much of you, Harry.
Together, he and Dumbledore work to find the key to Voldemort's power.
Now get out of here at once!
Peter's also on elsewhere as teenage hormones rage across the ramparts.
Hey, she's only interested in you because she thinks you're the chosen one.
But I am the chosen one.
Love may be in the air, but tragedy lies ahead, and Hogwarts may never be the same again.
Harry's character is obsessed in this film with two things. One is Draco Malfoy, who is convinced has become a Death Eater, and so he follows him. And he's absolutely sure that Draco is up to something really devious in this film. The other thing is a book, which is his potions textbook, which he's got a very, very old copy, and it's got lots of scrawls in it of someone who used the book ages ago. And the book has a bit in it where it says, "This book is property of the Half-Blood Prince," hence the title of the film.
Who's the Half-Blood Prince?
Who?
That's what it says right here. This book is property of the Half-Blood Prince.
And so part of it's about Harry's obsession with this book and the fact that he kind of won't be parted from it. He's kind of addicted to it.
Let's have a look, shall we?
No. I think this one's a lot lighter than the last one because I think the 5th one was quite a scary sort of atmosphere. And you still get this with this one because there's a lot of sort of scary things going on in the Muggle world now. You definitely sort of sense the Voldemort sort of presence. And there's quite a lot of romantic sort of storylines in this one, so it should be quite fun.
Hermione's a mess in this one. She's not the best in potions anymore because Harry's got this special book. And Ron's off snogging Lavender somewhere, and that's kind of rubbish. She's getting all these feelings, and she doesn't really know how to deal with them. She's definitely struggles. Yeah, she's out of her depth in this one, which is really nice because you see a kind of much more vulnerable Hermione, I think.
And the film sees Harry's old adversary, Draco Malfoy, rising to a dark challenge.
He's always envied Harry for being the all-seeing, all-dancing chosen one, so this is his chance to be the equivalent on the dark side, so he revels in it.
There are over 80 sets on Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, some that we know and love, some that are new, some that are inside, some that are outside, and some that are supposed to be outside but have been built inside, like this one, Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley was originally seen in the first film, The Philosopher's Stone, but in these darker times in the Wizarding world, most of the shops are now boarded up. This is the street in which I'll be working as an extra, so while they get it finished, I'm off for a fitting with costume designer Shani Tanim.
So, Shani, I've come in for my costume fitting. I understand you know which character I'm going to be.
Yes, you're going to be an extra in Diagon Alley, one of the dad.
One of the parents?
Yeah, one of the parents, actually, one of the dad going to buy books.
That's right.
To buy books or to buy things with their kids.
We still have some children.
So let me explain you. Because Diagon Alley, we just have the normal public of Diagon Alley. This is just the male, because you are in the male dressing room.
Of course,
so
yeah.
This is all the male that we have in Diagon Alley.
All the
so Diagon Alley start a little bit like Soho, and then go up to sort of Oxford Street feel.
So I'm at the Oxford Street
So yes, because you are one of the dad.
The respectable dads. So I'm going to have to fit in with these guys?
Yes, so because you are sort of a good-looking man, I'm going to try to dress you slightly down.
Oh.
Then you will fit with what we think is a wizard dad.
OK, wizard dads aren't very good looking?
He could be very good-looking, but not as glamorous as you are.
I've never been called glamorous before. And my clothes over here.
So let me show you. Everything will be those colors, because the whole street is in the grey. Grey, green, grey, blue. All the colors have, exactly, all the colors have a grey base. And what I would like to see you in black.
Right.
Or in brown. I would like to see you or like that, or like that, because I think that first, it will fit you very well.
Right.
Second, it will fit with the rest
Yes.
of the shop and the rest of the extras.
And you've kind of got to blend in with them as well. I can't say that.
Yes, you do. You cannot be that special.
Sure.
You will be special, like each one of our extras, but you won't be that special. Let me look at you, Ben. It is our sort of wizardry, and it is not yet made for you. When we will finish the trouser, when we will, you know, steam everything, make it on your size, make it really all perfect, it will be beautiful. Believe me.
Now we just need to audition my children.
Oui. Next step.
Coming up after the break, we discover how the filmmakers did this to one of London's most famous landmarks. And we meet the new potions professor, who may hold the key to the secret of Voldemort's power.
In every Harry Potter film, there's a new professor, and the filmmakers have hoovered up some of Britain's finest acting talent in casting them. Now, I've come down today to meet Professor Slughorn, who's Hogwarts' new potions master, and I've been told to hang around here. Oh, sorry. I didn't see you there.
Professor Slughorn is someone who years ago was the potions master at Hogwarts and is the person that Dumbledore recruits this year to come back, not only to teach potions, but also because Dumbledore thinks that Slughorn has information on Voldemort that he is too ashamed to admit to knowing. And Dumbledore sort of uses Harry as bait in a way, because Slughorn's obsessed with the idea of fame and power. And so Harry is sort of the most famous, certainly young kind of wizard of his time, is the perfect sort of ploy to get Slughorn back to Hogwarts, because Slughorn would want to be around someone like Harry.
And Slughorn makes an unusual first appearance in the film.
Dumbledore and Harry come into this house that has obviously been ransacked, and there is a purple striped armchair, and Dumbledore performs a bit of magic, and out of that armchair evolves Horace Slughorn, who has disguised himself as an armchair. So there's a bit of special effects.
In
straight
lavender
off.
purple pyjamas.
In lavender, in the same material as the armchair. It's a very good entrance to a film.
Merlin's beard! No need to disfigure me, Albus.
So how do you get a chair to turn into an actor?
Working with an actor like Jim Broadbent, you know, it just seemed the logical thing to let him drive the performance rather than come up with a slightly cartoony sort of caricature in terms of a chair.
Here's a mega $1 million Hollywood movie, and we basically put him on a plank of wood and sit him on this plank of wood. It's a little bit more elaborate than a plank of wood. But it's kind of a plank of wood.
It's a shiny plank of wood.
It's a shiny plank of wood with two guys operating it. And it sort of springs him up. I just said to Jim, you know what? Imagine you're a chair and then you're turning out of a chair and you have to shake all this fabric off. And he did this rather eccentric, crazy, quite funny acting transformation from a chair to a human, all in a performance.
And of course that was great, because from there, using our designs of what we wanted the chair to look like, we then started animating on top, you know, rotoscoping his performance, then looking at how the actual chair itself would shrink and come back into his true proportions. And just working off him seemed to suggest that actually using cloth as an interesting technique would be quite a good way of resolving the chair and turning the fabric of the chair itself into the pyjamas that he was wearing.
Creating a visual effect is a process which involves filtering ideas from many different departments into one end result.
Sometimes you start off with some particular view in mind, but by the time you get to the end, it's gone through many iterations and turns out to be something quite different, because you've either discovered something new en route, or you've discovered something that you thought would work, it doesn't work, and it's not very comfortable, it's not very funny, or it looks like a visual effect. And so it is a very subjective journey that we take.
Horace's weakness is that he has a